going on? Reality After Show. We are back, and we're here with the Survivor 47 cast draft. I am joined by Adrian, who does the anonymous podcast, co-host there, and as always, honorary member of the drafting team is Liersa from David versus Goliath. What's going on?
Hi guys, how you doing?
We're doing awesome. We're doing rocking. We're doing rolling. I can't wait. This looks like a good group of people. I can't wait to jump in and talk about them and see exactly what we're getting into. 47 is going to be a blast, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. I love that all of them are smiling right now. I can't wait until they start fighting in the island.
That's always how it ends up. Everybody just smiles and everyone leaves in tears.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the way it goes. But like you said, you just never know what you're going to get each and every season. So without further ado, should we just jump in so people can get a refresher of who the cast members are? If you want an in-depth analysis of the cast, check out what Johnny and Matt have done with some previous cast members on previous shows, and you can watch and see what their thoughts and feelings are. Also, Johnny could be popping in here at any time for this podcast to give his 2 cents. So be on the lookout for that. But we're just going to jump right in, and I think we're going to hit up the Yellow Tribe first is where we are going, and I will get that rolling for us. Here we go.
Okay, so first up here we have, and if I mess up anybody's names, I truly apologize. Feel free to correct me, hit me up, yell at me, whatever. I can take it. So we have Annika Dar, 26 years old, from Santa Rosa / Los Angeles, California. She is a marketing manager. So that would be Annika. Okay, all right. So next we have Andy Rueda. He is a 31-year-old. I guess AI research assistant from Buffalo and Brooklyn, New York. So next up. All right. Okay. John Lovett. I've heard of this guy. All right. So we have John Lovett, a 42-year-old podcast host from Long Island, New York, and LA, California. And who else do we have? Oh, there she is. All right, next up we have Rachel Lamont, a 34-year-old graphic designer from Southfield. Is that Michigan?
Yes.
Michigan.
I don't even know what
Let's see.
Wait. Is that right?
Yes. Michigan. MI is Michigan.
Okay, yeah, okay, so it was Michigan. All right.
Second after I confirmed, you made me second guess myself, and then hold on, wait a minute.
I opened the map.
I went off the rails.
Already starting off strong. I love it.
I love it. All right, so next we have Sam Phelan. He is 24 years old. He is a sports reporter from Schaumburg, Illinois, and Nashville, Tennessee.
I have a question. Why are all of these people having 2 cities in 2 different states mostly? Like, are they?
It's got to be like their hometown and like their current residence.
Their current residence? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know which is which. I would assume that somebody from Schaumburg moved to Nashville and not the other way around.
You just never know with people sometimes.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I mean, I moved from Paradise to one of the coldest states with the highest tax rate. So you never know.
You never know where people move. I'm profiling. Yell at me. All right. Next up,
here we go.
Sierra Wright. So she is a 27-year-old nurse from Wilmington, Delaware. See, I got that one right. At least I knew where Delaware, DE.
I mean, that's one I would hope you would get.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And that's the Yellow Tribe.
That is the Yellow Tribe.
We don't know the names of these tribes yet, right?
I don't think so.
But I'm not Gata, Gata for the Yellow Tribe. Am I close in the ballpark? We don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I try.
Got a tribe, like
got a tribe. Yeah, sure.
Got a tribe.
Got a tribe.
You got a tribe.
That's what we're gonna roll with from now
on.
Is got a tribe at this point. All right. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. we're going with the red.
Right. So now we have the Red Tribe, El Rojo. All right. So we have Teeny Chirichio. I probably butchered that one. She is a 24-year-old freelance writer from Manahawkin, New Jersey.
There you go.
There you go. And the next up, we have Kishan Patel. He's 28-year-old ER doctor from San Francisco, California. And next up, we have Aisha Welch, 32-year-old IT consultant from DeSoto/Houston, Texas. And then we have Saul Yee, 43-year-old medical device sales consultant person thing from Del City, Oklahoma, and Norwalk, Connecticut.
Woohoo for older people.
Right. I mean, like, there's been such a lack of age diversity over the past couple seasons. Like, it's great to see at least the needle move a little bit more towards 30s and 40-year-olds. That makes me a little bit happier.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, I think like what was it, like 45? We only had like 4 people who were over the age of 30. It was like Survivor Kindergarten. It was
Yeah. But 45 was a very young cast.
Yeah. Well, and it's like it's a difference between like having like a Survivor where all different people come from all different walks of life than just having like Island Happy Time with Uncle Jeff.
Johnny's here.
There we go.
I hope you don't mind if I just show off some fantasy football championship gold here that's up for grabs.
I love it.
So
Love
this
it.
is this is the wrestling after show. You got Johnny Fairplay on one side plate, my buddy Heath Haynes, and then a wrestling after show in the middle. But were we talking reality after show? Is this fantasy football fantasy Survivor draft? Because look at this beautifuln's right here.
That is incredible.
There it is.
Nice.
So,
I love it.
Is that what we're playing for?
You want to know what to play? This is what we're playing for in fantasy football in the patron league, and in honor of Bob Allen, one of our greatest patrons who passed away, who had a very amazing sense of humor. He was a big Ozzy Osbourne fan, so we have the bat with the R.I.P. Bob on one side plate, and then we actually have his tombstone on the other side. So it has Robert Allen and "Go F Yourself." So,
That's perfect.
Which I chatted with the wife. It is approved. We're good to go.
We're good to go.
Amazing.
Well, Johnny, thanks for joining us. If you could give us a little snippet of your thoughts with this cast.
I on paper and on video, from what I've seen so far, I feel like this is the most physical cast we've seen in the new era, and it is very welcomed and appreciated. I feel everyone could climb a ladder. I don't ask for much, and I feel we have some loud personalities, which are also appreciated. I felt like 46 was a move in that direction as well, and I feel like that trend has continued. And so for me personally, I got 3 standouts that I love, and do not let me influence your draft decisions. But I got as my winner pick. I love John Lovett. I think this could be a 2024 version of a Rob C or a Johnny Fairplay. I like it. Who's just he might not be, but I feel that it could be in there. I love Rome. I think he's just a ton of fun. Just a wow personality. Ridiculously likable. We'll see if others feel the same way. And I gotta go with my girl Teeny. Teeny was at one of me and Sandra's premiere parties in New York, and a lot of fun. I saw the opening couple minutes of season 40 several, and her scarecrow fashion sense is something remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall see. But those are three for me. Just at first glance, I have a noted interest in, and until they prove me wrong, I'm rooting for.
Cool.
Love it.
So, Lear said, what do you feel about those bold predictions on my part?
I can agree. I'm already following Teeny. I think she looks like a very fun person. I messaged John Lovett mostly because I have seen him on After Midnight and he was hilarious over there. So he's somebody I would like watch out for too. So yeah, I like your picks. You might be influencing me, Mr. Influencer.
I'm not here to influence steer or steer away, but that just three that jumped out to me during this whole process. So, but I do like that red tribe on. I like. We'll see what happens. I feel they're sized up. I feel it looks like on paper that red tribe is strong, which is easily the kiss of death, because every time we say that, they lose 4 of the first 5. So
very true.
I do see that there is no hairstylist here. So we had hairstylist people back to back winning, and that narrows it for me. I mean, there's no hair people.
It seems like we're probably going to get somebody who is either a podcast host or a radio show host or something along those lines is going to be the winner here. We have like a third of the cast that's like in broadcasting of some nature.
Yes.
Well, I mean, do you guys know anyone that doesn't podcast?
That's fair.
True.
So, yeah.
I did until about a month ago.
I'm excited. This is probably the most excited I've been for a season in a while. So I got a little ladder fatigue, and it really took a lot for me to battle back from that. And shout out Brandon. He's a good kid. I pick on him, but I love him. He's a good guy.
He's sweet. He's a sweet guy.
Yes, but I don't think Survivor was the game for him, and I didn't need for him to find out with me watching. I think casting could have figured that out for us. So
at least he wasn't asking for 1,000,000 hearts. So that's
well.
And also, at least he didn't quit. He didn't quit. So you gotta give him that.
Yeah, sounds fired.
Yeah, he has 2 points on his favor.
Yes. So no, I'm stoked. I think season 40 several could as I said, going in on paper, just personality, looks, physicality. I think on paper we have the strongest foundation we've had in the new era, and I'm old school, so what's wrong with me liking an older school version of the game?
I think that's fair.
You're right.
Yeah, so,
I just can't believe it's been 10 seasons since mine. I feel like a grandma now.
It feels for me. It feels like 30 since the new era began, but but I don't want to distract you guys anymore. Good luck, everyone. We shall reconvene and see if you guys listen to my picks or knew that I gave each of those 3 people the kiss of death and they have 0 chance of winning whatsoever. So with that in mind,
that's Matt's job.
I wish everyone good luck.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Johnny. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Johnny.
See ya.
Bye.
And there you have it.
There we go. Listen, I even said Johnny will pop in whenever. We just don't know when, and that's indeed what happened. But
it's like the Street Fighter little thingy that we're going like, hoo-hoo.
A new challenger comes in.
Right. You just don't know. You can't time it. There's no preparation. But what I do remember is where we left off. So I at least still
thank you,
because
I don't.
We were on the Red Tribe.
Yes.
So I have it pulled up. We're set here to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Johnny came in with some good takes. let's see if I can get this rolling. So the problem when someone
I
pops right
also
in.
see a lot of consultants here. So we have like people that likes to like deal with other people, right? Like
Well, they
making
like to
others.
tell other people what to do
Yeah,
because they're
true,
consultants.
Right.
true. But people approach them, so who knows?
Yeah. You can get a mixture of both there, honestly.
Yeah, I'm always wary about a consultant because a consultant is not used to worrying about being questioned on their expertise,
True.
and that gives me pause. But that's just me. I'm a different guy, I guess. Moving along. So we have Genevieve Mushalak. Man, I'm terrible at these last names. 33 years old, a corporate lawyer from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I guess that's Canada, right?
It is.
Yeah, that's in
and
Canada.
What
A
I know
Canadian
from
lawyer.
Manitoba, what I know from Manitoba is that there is a lot of like crimes, unsolved mysteries going over there.
Unsolved mysteries in Manitoba. Ooh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sounds mysterious.
Could be interesting. Very interesting.
For
All
sure. Yeah, no. All right, and next up we have Rome Cooney, 30 years old, esports commentator, originally from Corvallis, Oregon, and now lives in Phoenix, Arizona, I hope. We're going to get that,
Yes.
I swear.
Wait.
Yeah.
I would transition from Oregon to Phoenix for sure. That would
Yeah, that's
not the
that's a
other way
logical
around.
move.
Logical move here.
Yes, for an esports
Really?
commentator.
I don't know. I heard that Oregon is a great state.
I mean, it's a great state, but how they get do they have a huge esports team in Corvallis, Oregon?
True.
I
That's
don't know.
something you have to ask Rome.
I
that
don't know.
I would not know.
Maybe
It
he
might be
commutes.
possible. I think he's like a Fortnite commenter or something like that. So I mean, it's possible. I mean, esports is new, but it's probably Phoenix. I don't know. Could not be though.
We'll just have to wait and see.
We're
Like I
gonna
said,
have to.
we
Yeah.
talked about there's people, everyone's announcing there's some involved in podcasting, sports, whatever it may be. It's very similarities within each other for the cast. So I'm excited to see kind of what happens, which brings us to the Blue Tribe next, the last of the three. Let's hit it.
There's no purple this year, so we don't have a cursed tribe from the beginning.
There is
That
no
is true.
purple.
But there is a red and a blue tribe, so maybe they're both cursed.
Once they merge.
I know it's gonna be terrible. All right. So next we have TK Foster. He is a 31-year-old athlete marketing manager from Upper Marlboro. I can't say that word. Marlboro, Maryland. That my
Marlboro?
tongue don't say that word too well.
The only
Marlboro.
Marlboros I know are the cigarettes.
Right.
so-
I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, and then we have another person from Maryland right there on the same tribe. There you go. Next up is Gabe Ortiz, 26-year-old radio show host from Baltimore, Maryland. So we got neighbors.
We just have a ton of people that can speak, apparently. So I'm interested to see how that translates.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Kyle Ren Otswald. Okay, he's a 31-year-old construction worker from, and oddly enough, I know how to say this name, Sheboygan, Michigan.
Whoop, whoop.
Why is this giving me, I know we're not trying to go in depth right now, but is this giving anyone else Donovan vibes?
Donathan vibes?
Donovan?
I don't know about Donathan vibes. A lot of I've heard Ian from Palau.
It's like Ian from Palau.
It's the hair.
I mean, honestly, that looks like an older version of Ian. I can see that now. I got it. I see it because Ian, I believe when he played, he was around like 21, 22. Ian was super young. So I can see maybe the 10-year upgrade of it. I can get on board with that.
He's got a look to him, you know. He's a blue collar construction worker. I mean, how many of those types of people have we had in the new era?
No.
Yeah, not a ton. Not a ton of those.
So I'm excited for that. Next up, Sue Smay, 59-year-old flight school owner from Kirkwood, Putnam Valley, New York. All right. So we finally got some elder representation there. I love it.
Here for it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Is
Love
she gonna be Mama Sue?
She could be
knows?
Mama Sue.
Possibly.
Possibly. But I kind of, what I'm hoping for is maybe some villain-esque. I love when older people play more of the villain and not just like the mama, you know what I mean? I just want to
Yeah.
see stepped out of that and see what it could potentially look like. She looks fierce though. So
Yeah, she
I'm
looks
not-
vibrant.
yeah, like
Mhm.
if you're going back, like that looks athletic, ready to go.
Yeah, that's a power pose right there. All right, next up we have Caroline Vidmar. That would be every time I say it in a question. 27 years old, strategy consultant from Palos Verdes, California. Also from Chicago, Illinois. So yeah, strategy consultant from Illinois, Chicago.
There we go.
There you go. She's right there. Next up, we have Tiana Hallams. That would be 27-year-old flight attendant from. Oh, that's way too many vowels in a row.
Yes, Hawaii.
Aya.
Aya. Yeah.
Yeah, I like I.
Hawaii. Nailed it.
Woo.
Nailed
You
it.
got that one right.
Got it. Yeah. No, we didn't mess that up at all.
Crushed it. All right.
And that's
Love
everybody, right? That's all 18.
That's all 18. We got it. We did an awesome job here, folks. So let's get to the draft.
Yeah. So you won the past 2 years, from what I gather.
Won the past 2 years, and I will say, last year I did win with my first pick selection. I was very happy about it, and then the rest of my team was no good, so I got very lucky to win.
That's awesome. I love that. So, what are the rules for this? Are there any rules that I need to abide by?
Lyrsa always makes me explain it because most of the time Lyrsa says, "How's the draft work?" And we've done the draft many times.
How's the draft
no.
work, Lauren?
I want to get all the rules out because
Here
I don't
we
want
go.
you backtracking when I kick your butt.
Whoa.
All right. See, this is where the $20 is on the line. Are you ready for the $20?
$20 is $20.
$20. Okay. How we always do the draft. Very simple. It is a snake draft. If you have the first pick, you get the first pick, then the second person goes second pick, and then here comes the third pick. Person number 3 gets the third and fourth pick, snakes back around.
Okay.
So if you have the first pick, you are also getting the last pick, which is what happened to me last year. Picked the winner, and then I got stuck with the first boot, which we all figured was going to be the first boot, which was Jelinsky. Shout out to Jelinsky, who was also on a cast assessment with Johnny and Matt. It was really good. Give it a listen. So there's that. Love it. So I won the past 2 years. I know we normally spin a wheel, but our lovely other co-host is not here that normally sets that up. So how would we like to go about picking for the draft this season?
Alphabetical order? No. No, I'm fine.
I don't know if I can like share my screen, but I can do like a really quick wheel thingy and we can wheel it out.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Or that's fair. Honestly, just wheel it out on your screen and you don't even have to see it. I know you're not lying to me. I mean, You could have because you were
I
on
don't know, Lyrsa. I don't know if I can trust her yet.
I'm nice. I'm not gonna lie. For real, I'm not gonna lie.
You two are conspiring against me, so I lose.
Draft order doesn't always matter.
Can I share my screen here or no? I don't think I'm able to.
You're not able to, so just you just tell it.
That's fine. Yeah, no, I'll choose to trust you.
No. Yeah. I think I can share my screen. Wheel of names, chair. Are you guys seeing this or no?
I got it.
Oh my God, it's right there.
Yes.
Let's go. Here we go, folks.
I can
Give
do
that wheel a spin.
I can do other stuff besides doing the lineup for a kickball team. Okay, let's do it.
It's amazing.
Let's go. Who's it gonna be? Oh, All right.
Boom.
Adrian with the
Okay.
first
Adrian is
pick,
There we go.
first.
I'll be first.
which also means you get stuck with the last pick.
I'm fine with it.
Oh no, I don't like this spot. All right. Lyrsa set up with second spot. I will take the third spot. And you're spinning it just for fun. I love it.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing this. Wait. Oh, Lauren, we have a winner.
Oh, I got it. There we go. We have a winner right there. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Adrian, what are you thinking?
Oh, so I got to give a little bit of a thought process here because I got to talk this out because I'm not 100% prepared for it. So it's like I don't know. Like coming into this, I mean, we have there's a meta game that's going on, right? So they had seen 45 and parts of 46, right?
Correct.
So they've seen D win. They've seen Austin do really well. They saw Drew do fairly well. They saw the Reba 4 together. And they saw pretty much up until about where like Hunter got voted out, I believe, in 46 before they left. So that's the meta game that they're going in with in their head. They're seeing hairdressers go do very well over the past couple of years. They're seeing 3 lawyers on one season. So that makes me think that, and they all did well on 45. So that makes me think that there's going to probably be, some aversion to working with lawyers. And there's a lot of people who are in the same industry or that have close connections to each other geographically. I think I'm just going to go with my gut here, and I'm going to keep it Jersey because I'm from New Jersey. And I'm a firm believer that people from New Jersey always do solidly well on Survivor. So give me Teeny, first overall draft pick.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because I have somebody else.
Don't say it, but I'm very good pick. I love Teeny's vibe. Teeny comes from the LRG community, has played live games before, I think has that preparation to potentially do very well. Because think about it, there's other people that have not done a live game scenario before where you're staying outside overnight, you're hungry, you're tired. You at least have that little bit of a feel. So that's an advantage I think Teeny does having going into the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Whenever somebody is from New Jersey on a season, I always give them a double look. I mean, if you take a look at Winners at War, the top 3, first, second, and third place, all from New Jersey. So like people from New Jersey are very adaptable to a lot of different types of different people, different cultures, etc. We're also very good talkers. So yeah, no, it's there's not enough that I see that's wrong with Teeny to make me not want to pick them.
Love it. Lyrsa, any other thoughts on Teeny?
I wanted her on my draft. I like her haircut. Just so you know, Adrian, I go based on their picture. I don't read anything about them, and the people I know because of TV shows. So I like her style. I like her picture, promo picture. I like that her last name had 2CH, which is very complicated, and an R in the middle of it. So you guys can roll your R. So yeah, she was on my list. So I think she'll do good. I don't know. She has something in her eyes.
Good pick.
Yeah, she looks approachable.
Yep, it's a good first pick. Knock it out of the
She's
park. Right
young
there.
but looks wise.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lyrsa, what are you thinking?
So I'm picking this person not because of Johnny, but because I found them funny, and also he can be my connection to Taylor Tomlinson. So I'm picking John Lovett here. And John, if you're listening to this, please, bro, do me a favor and connect me with Taylor. She's super hot and funny.
I love the way you go about picking each season. You just go based on the vibe. And so I think John's gonna, in my opinion, I think John could have it two ways. I think there's potential people to recognize John, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. We just don't know what factors into that. So it wouldn't have been my first pick, but again, you go with what your gut says.
Always got to go with the gut. It definitely like John. I mean, he seems like he has a little bit of an awkward air to him from his confessionals so far that we've seen from the promos and whatnot. But he's also featured heavily, which makes me think that there's at least some sort of story arc to him that he's going to be featured on the season. Whether or not he's the winner, that's a whole other thing. But if he has like a fish out of water kind of vibe to him. But if he can get past those first initial stages, I think he's going to do very well.
I also like that he's 41. So he is closer to my age. And I am counting on him being recognized because people get a little bit starstruck when they know somebody that they have seen before and they just trust them based off like, I kind of know this person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I'm also counting on that.
Totally fair.
Yeah. Absolutely fair. All right, here we go. I am going to go with, and again, it's always one of my people that Johnny does say, but I agree with him. Johnny also mentioned Kenzie to me last time, and I went with Kenzie for my first pick. I am going to take Rome off the board.
Ooh, that stings. That stings.
Bum, bum, bum. Rome, to me, honestly, I just think the vibe is there, super approachable. You can just tell based on the picture. I think people are going to gravitate towards Rome. I think Rome will do well in the challenges. They'll want to keep him around. I just see a lot of check marks for Rome. What do y'all think?
I'm sure he's going to be a physical powerhouse. He seems like he's got a great smile. He seems like an easygoing guy. I think he's got the Riz, as it were. Yeah.
Yes.
I think he's got a lot of potential. I was definitely eyeing Rome, maybe not as my first pick, just because he's not from New Jersey. If he was from New Jersey, I would have picked him. But he's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's not. I mean, like, you gotta be from New Jersey. Either way, no, I think he's a solid pick, and I'm kind of upset that he's not falling to me.
Rome was never falling. Other people said Rome was not going to fall. Oh, it's always hard having back to back. All right, I'm worried this person won't come back around to me, and I'm going to kick myself if I do not get this person, regardless of how they do on the season. But I am going to take Asia off the board. I have to. I can't not, because I just think it's not coming back around to me for one of two reasons. And I talked about this with John. Asia definitely 100% will be recognized. People follow the RHAP community, and so that's going to play a factor absolutely within the game. But I do think Asia is a type of person where people are going to want to work with her and are going to be excited to see her out there. So I'm just hoping that's the uptick that she needs to do well. But I'm also concerned towards maybe potential endgame could be seen as a threat just because of knowing so much information and analyzing the game, and people know that she analyzes the game.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm not going to let her fall to you guys.
I think that's fair. I mean, she's from the RHAP community. She's been podcasting for years and years and years. She has existing relationships with a ton of people who are already in the scene, so to speak. Yeah, like you said, she's going to be recognized, and she seems like a very gregarious individual. She's a big talker. She's able to build relationships, and a very likable person, from what I gather. I think it's a solid pick. I think that Aisha is going to do very well.
Lisa, what do you got?
Based on her knowledge of the game so extensively, I think that she can do very well, but that also can be like her downfall.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in the middle mix for me right now.
As long as it's not the bottom and you didn't go and say terrible pick, Lauren. That was awful.
No. I'm never gonna say terrible pick live. No, I'm kidding. No. Okay, is it whose turn? Is it my turn?
It's you. Yep, you get one pick.
Okay,
You're
just one. Okay.
You're in the middle. Of course, you just get one. You're not gonna get boom, 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 boom.
Damn it. Okay, so uh I don't see. Okay, I'm gonna pick this one because I have a friend that shares their last name. They are from San Francisco, which is queer Mecca, and I like his smile. So I'm gonna pick Kishan Patel in honor of my friend Deepa.
There you go. I
There
like
you
it.
go.
It's just random. I don't know anything about this dude. All I know is that he is an ear doctor, and I feel that you need to have a stomach to be
Oh,
a
yeah.
doctor in an ER because you deal with so many chaotic shit going on. Like you can have like a relaxed night, and like 5 minutes later is a shit show. So you have to have composure to do that. And I think I don't know. He's giving me great vibes. So yeah, Kishan.
Yeah, no, I think Keyshawn is going to be a very likable person out on the island. What worries me is his occupation, to be quite frank. And
Really?
yeah, a person who is an ER doctor, they're used to being the chief voice in the room. They're used to not being questioned. They're used to being the person who's in charge, and that can be very difficult to translate. I understand that he works very well in high pressure situations, and I think that that works to an extent. But it's your ability to connect to people I think is more important on Survivor, and people who are ER doctors don't really have that type of skill set because they're used to being able to deliver bad news and
But
being able
he's
to
so
disassociate.
young. He's
Yeah, no, no,
27.
I think he's a great
Maybe
person.
he's just starting and he's still like being
Warming up.
pushed around. Yeah. I
He's
don't
still
know.
bright eyed and bushy tailed.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks
Oh,
he's only like what 27, 28 years old, so he's like just out of
27.
med school, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I feel where Lyrisa's going with that. I'm trying to remember.
He hasn't been
Tarzan-
that corrupted yet.
Okay, see, see, this is
Yeah.
where I'm coming with the example. Tarzan from One World, right, was some type of doctor in the
He was
medical.
a plastic surgeon, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing. Tarzan did not translate that well with the people because Tarzan wanted it Tarzan's way. And
Mhm.
so I get where you're saying, Adrian, but also what Lyrisa's saying, still young, still fresh, not Tarzan's older age. So we can see how this could maybe work one of two ways.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he's not going to do well. It's just something that gives me caution as to why I wasn't going to pick him so early in the draft. Like if you look at some of the other people who were doctors in the past that were on Survivor, you have people like Dr. Jill from Nicaragua. She was like the right hand to Marty. She was a pre-merge boot. You look at I believe it was Pete from Co Wrong. I believe he was a doctor as well, if I'm not mistaken. And he was also a pre-merge boot. So based solely on his occupation, that's why I'm not excited about him to pick him for my team. I'm excited to watch him on TV. I think he's going to be great television, but I'm just not excited to pick him for my team for a winner.
You forgot Dr. Mike.
Yeah.
Well, he was what, a urologist, right? Urologists do great on Survivor. I don't know if I forgot to mention that.
That had to land in there. You can't forget Dr. Mike. You just
Yeah.
can't. Needless to say, you are up, Adrian.
Okay. So I've been thinking about this. All right. So I have Teeny first. I want to round out my team here. I want to try to get a good spattering just based on how the dynamics might flow. And I just get a really good vibe from this one person. And I think they're going to be very athletic. I think they're very likable. Yeah, no, I'm gonna take him off the board. Give me TK.
Okay.
There we go. TK.
So you're sticking with the T's.
Yeah, that's my strategy moving forward. I'm just looking to draft people with the first name that begins with T. So nobody take Tiana.
boy.
Yeah. Any thoughts about TK?
No, I think TK has a good vibe. Seems very chill. It's just like the thing is when you look at some people's picture, you feel that warmness that you can approach them. And
Yeah.
there's other people where you can just see they look a little intimidating, could be potentially standoffish. With TK, I don't get that.
Yeah, no, with TK, part of my thought is that he's in marketing. People in marketing have a good idea of psychology, which that they know how to get people to like a product or want to desire a product. He's also a person who has some connections with like Gabe on his tribe, who is also from Maryland. I think that could be an easy matchup. It seems like we have a lot of people who are in sports broadcasting and whatnot, and that could be a good way for him to be able to integrate and make relationships. So yeah, no, I'm fairly excited about TK's chances.
There you go, and you get another pick. You got back to back.
Oh yeah. Give me Tiana.
Oh,
Yeah, we're just gonna-
I was hoping Tiana.
I telegraphed it. Give me the tea, baby.
Sticking with the T's. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, I have a really good feeling about her.
Me
She's
too.
the fact that she's from Hawaii, I think that like people, they just like, you tell somebody that you're from Hawaii, you're just like, there's automatically like a fascination with that person, and that's a way that you could build a relationship with people just based on that, like, wow, you're from Hawaii, that's so cool, and that's an immediate icebreaker where you can make inroads with people, and people have a certain opinion of people from Hawaii, that they're easygoing, they're laid back, etc. They're going to be chill to work with, and I think that's easy for you to, very shaka bra, surfer type mentality, and I feel like that's somebody that's very easy to get along with. So I'm excited to see the three T's do well.
PTT, we love to see it. I'm excited to watch her play. I think the tribe that she is on, which is the Blue Tribe, yes, the Blue Tribe, I think it's a good fit for her. I think there are people she's going to be able to align with and find herself doing quite well. I also don't see that tribe. I hate predicting which tribes I think are going to do well in the challenges, because I did it last year and I was completely way off. I think Lirsa and I talked about, oh yeah, the purple tribe, they're going to kill it, and they were terrible. So I'm just not even going to try and predict.
I told you guys, it's the curse of the purple color that I left when they boot me out. So left the curse.
There's a lot of curses out there.
All right, Lirsa, you are up.
Well. So I'm gonna pick this person because I like their smile and their eyebrows. Also, I feel they have a good age. Not too old, not too young, so possibly they can't relate to both sides there. And their profession tells me they are creative, and they see like a little bit more far from like other people. I think they're gonna be good at puzzles and coordination. So I'm gonna pick up Rachel.
Rachel.
And I like her dimples. I like her dimples there. I'm picking Rachel.
Rachel, here we go.
Based on dimples.
Based on the dimple. Rachel's off the board.
Yeah, never underestimate the dimple factor. It's a big one. Yeah, no, I think Rachel, she wasn't on my radar, so to speak, but I have no qualms with her chances. She's not like a out there personality. It seems like from like she doesn't like immediately draw my attention to her, which would be enabling her to fly under the radar and be able to make it further in the game. So I think that if she could play a low key game, I think that she could do very well.
I just think the problem what I'm running into with this cast, there's not people where I'm saying, ooh, I really seriously don't want them. I think the caliber here is really awesome and it's excellent. Whereas in previous casts, I'm like, do I really want them? Do I not want them? Should I take them? It's risky. With this, I think almost everyone could do probably well, just depending on how the cards fall.
Yep.
Purely sure.
I seriously do think that. With my pick, because I get two back to back, I am going to go with, I believe, give me Andy. I'm going to go with Andy here. Yeah.
Andy was on my radar.
On your list.
Let's see. Oh yeah, he was on my list just because.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Andy's going to be pretty smart, pretty calculated. I think has strategic chops within him, and I do think people are going to enjoy. He has the long hair, long flowy hair. You know, I think is going to have the chill, relaxed vibe, but also can really dig deep and really fool some people. I think Andy is there to play and there to play hard, and is going to play that character of I'm just there to vibe and hang out and just going to come out and snipe you when you're not expecting it.
Yeah, no, and I think he's a super fan as well, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he's an RHAP patron.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's going to recognize like Aisha and probably Teeny right off the bat. They're not on the same tribe, but if he can keep that under wraps, I think he can link up with them later on in the game, perhaps. At least maybe he'll want to. But yeah, no, I had no qualms with that pick at all. I think that's solid.
He's giving me Austin vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Austin did really good. And I also like his hair. It reminds me of this band from the 90s and 80s called Menudo. I don't know if you guys, I think you're way too young for that. But yeah,
I was born in the 90s though, at least. Give me that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, they were more of a Latino thing. They were like the Latino Backstreet Boys. And he's giving me Menudo vibes. So I was
Menudo. Yeah. I know Menudo.
Yeah. He's giving me Menudo vibes. So good luck, Andy. You can definitely join a boy band for sure.
Yeah, I was right around the time with like DeBarge was right around that era too, and yeah, I know them. Yeah, 80s. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. So with my next pick, I'm going to stick on trend since Adrian went with TTT. I'm going to stick with long hair and the flow. So we're going to take Gabe off the board.
Okay.
Gabe.
Mm-hmm.
Latino. Okay.
So tell us about why you're picking Mr. Ortiz here.
I'm staying on brand since we're doing trends here. Since you got the PTT, I was just going to go back to back with the long hair. Listen, radio show host, I just think there's good people skills there. You have to be able to, you're not necessarily talking in person to people, but you're interviewing people, you're getting to know them, you're asking questions. I don't know exactly what type of radio show host he is, but you have to be somewhat charismatic and charming to get people to keep listening to you. So I think you have to have that part of your personality. So that's why I'm picking Gabe.
Never underestimate the hair. That's what I got to say. He's got a majestic mane up top there. And I'm jealous. I'll be honest. That is pure majesty.
Pure.
Listen, like I said, if we're going with trends here, I said I started with something. I'm going to go with the hair trend at this point.
I'm with it. I'm with it. You're doing great.
Okay.
So I think it's Lyrsa's chance. It's your move.
Yep, Lyrsa, you are up with your fourth pick.
I'm gonna stick with trends too. So I'm debating between two great sets of smiles and dimples and majestic eyebrows.
I love this.
So okay, let's see. Oof. You know what? I'm gonna go with Canadian smile, Genevieve. I like her smile and her eyebrows. Her hair is pretty decent too. I like that she is from Canada, and we have a Canadian winner in Erica. Shout out to Erica. Also, I have listened so many, and I'm so sorry, Genevieve. So many. I do also do a podcast based on horror movies and crime, and I have listened to so many podcast episodes about crime happening in Manitoba, Canada, and yeah, it's one of the cities I know without being there. So I'm picking her.
No, I think it's solid. Canada has been doing very, very well. I believe we also have Marianne. She was also from Connecticut
Yeah.
or Connecticut, Canada,
Canada. Yeah.
Connecticut, Canada. I can't even say it.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
no, but no. Canadians, I mean, they do great. I mean, even
Yeah.
look at like Caleb from 45, like one of the most likable people in that entire season. Literally got voted out because he was the Canadian. The two likable.
Oh, damn it!
Sad.
I'm relying on our two winners. I'm relying on our two female winners.
I think it's a solid pick. I do. The only thing that worries me is that she's a lawyer, and I have feelings about lawyers. So if I ever get on Survivor and you're a lawyer, I'm coming for you. That's just
I mean,
how it is.
My season was won by a lawyer. That yeah. I don't know.
You gotta be. They're dodgy. They're dodgy
We don't
little
need to
people.
go there. We don't need to go to.
We don't need to go there, but yeah, sometimes they get lucky.
Absolutely. Anybody else have any opinions about Genevieve here?
I do. I have one. How many of these people do you actually think are going to disclose what they do for an occupation? I know some people do end up lying with what they do, but I think it's one of those things. I don't know if I would necessarily share that I am a lawyer, right? No.
There's pros and cons to it. Because I mean, depending on whatever your occupation is, having to try to keep up, because we've seen enough people try to lie about their job and they've fallen flat on their faces with it. Like if you look at like Josh from what was that, 44? He was a doctor. He's like, no, I'm a personal trainer. And then they were like, well, they started quizzing him on it. And if you don't have that backstory on lockdown, you can get caught in a lie really simple. It's easier not to lie.
Look at Charlie from last season. I mean, he was in law school. I think he finished already. And he went like really close. Mm-hmm. He just didn't have that gaze on him.
Yeah, no, I just think it's a feast or famine type of strategy. You can either really get away with it, like Cody did in 43, or you could just fall flat on your face with it. You know, and I think it depends on how much prep you have for it and how good you are at lying.
I think it's easier for people if they had another job previous to their current job. They can just stick with the one they had before. But if you've been doing something your entire career, it's really hard to keep up the lie.
Yeah. But having said that, if you're a lawyer, do you lie?
I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I as you said, I might take pause if you're a lawyer because you're analyzing everything, you know? Depends on what type of lawyer. There's different types. Yeah. So I think it's just scenario based. But yeah, I'm always interested to see. That's why I love the show, because everyone comes from everywhere and they have different jobs and then they all just mesh them into one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and that's what's so fascinating about this show and this game to begin with.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, Adrian, you have 2 picks back to back.
Okay, I have 2 picks back to back. Let me take a look and see who's still on the board here. All right. So right now I have TK, Tiana, and Teeny. So I have 2 people from the blue tribe and 1 person from the red tribe. So I want to try to round out my team here, and I'm going to try to go for somebody from the yellow tribe. And I already have 2 female and 1 male, so I'm going to have to go with a male. So yeah, I guess that leaves me with Sam, which I'm not mad about.
Sam is off the board.
I mean, he looks like a young spunky guy. I'm sure he's going to be great in the challenges. He's a sports reporter, so then again, we're getting into that sports thing where people are going to have that commonality. So yeah, no, I like for my 4th pick, I'm not upset.
Yeah, with him,
he almost has dimples.
Yeah, he has some
he has a little bit. I don't know. I have this vibe where he makes me take pause. I don't know. Just I'm looking at the photo and that doesn't seem as inviting to me as other people's photos. But again, it is just a photo. And when they're out there, they're not seeing that photo and that pose before they enter into the game.
Yep, we did not. I wouldn't have picked mine, but okay, CBS.
This is why I
Throwing
love
the
having
shade.
you here. I love.
I
having
mean,
you on
I
this
have to say this from my season. Everybody got a terrible picture. All of them were terrible. So I don't want to complain, but obviously I feel mine was the worst. Like also what I was thinking with that shirt and the pants and like everything. Like what the fuck?
You have
I love
opinions. I love it.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see how he'll do. He's not on the top of my list, but he's, like I said earlier, I don't think anyone could necessarily do super poorly because I'm having a hard time deciding, whereas before, pretty easy. And then I'm like, just leave these people. But I don't have that feeling for this season.
Yeah, for sure. Any other thoughts about Sam before we move on?
Go Sports.
Cool. So I'm noticing that I have a lot of people with dark hair. And I don't know if I want to put all my eggs into the brunette basket. So I'm feeling I need to change up the hair color of my team a little bit. I need to round it out. So that leaves me with either Sue or Sierra. Or no, Kyle. No, he's got brown hair. Caroline, she's like a little bit lighter. Okay, well, I already have two people on the blue tribe, so I'm gonna have to go with the yellow tribe or the red tribe, and so that leaves me with either Sierra or Saul. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet here. Okay, give me Sierra.
Sierra. Here we go.
Give me Delaware.
So you're sticking with the T's and the S.
That's right. And give me the TS. Yeah.
T's and the S.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. No, she's as long as she doesn't get labeled like a mean girl or something like that, like she doesn't get like this Parvati 2.0 kind of thing that every, young attractive woman gets on a season. If she's able to not get that stigma about her, and she's able to make some inroads with the other players, I could see her coasting.
Yeah, you're right. I definitely could see that being problematic because we have seen before, and they're not even doing anything, but they just get labeled in that Parvati arc. And that sucks. I feel bad for people when that happens because they're not even doing anything. They're not trying to play that way. It's just all of a sudden spotted, gonna play just like Parvati, has to go, and they don't even get a chance. What I do think is an uptick for Sierra is nurse. You're dealing with people each and every single day when they're doing poorly or even when they're doing well. So you see that up and down balance, and you're going to see that during the game. People are going to have their off days and people are going to have their on days.
For sure. I mean, like she's like the whole Parvati 2.0 thing. I just don't think it's fair to most young females that end up playing this game. It just isn't. Isn't it about time that how long has it been since Parvati won Micronesia? Like, isn't it time that we just say like, okay, maybe the Parvati thing isn't as problematic as it once was? No.
Yeah, but she was such a big character, you know, and that is her strategy. So I don't know. Hopefully she doesn't get labeled as another Parvati. I like her name. I know Sierra. She's a cool cat. So that was the person I was debating on between.
Okay.
Yeah. So good pick, man. I was gonna pick her, but
okay. Sorry to take her off the board for you, but Sierra, you are on my team.
There you
Mark
go.
it down.
The T's and the S's. Love it. Love to see it. Lyrsa,
So
you're
none
none of the same letter, Lyrsa. So are you gonna stay on brand with that?
you know what? I'm gonna pick somebody now that I kind of like her picture on this surviving the tribal article, because it's like, really, like, I don't know, her face, the face that she's doing is funny, and I like her eyebrows.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna pick Anika.
Anika. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Anika is off the board. Let's hear about Anika.
Only based on her face on this picture. She probably looks very different on other pictures, because on this one in Inside Survivor, she kind of looks like Venus, which I picked last
Mhm.
time,
Yep.
and she gave great content. Didn't win,
absolutely.
but
Oh,
she gave great content. So I am also expecting great content from Anika.
Oh no, I agree there. I think Anika or definitely gives that vibe that of Venus. Venus was a very strong character on 46. I think Anika is going to be very similar to that. And that's probably what they were going for when they casted Anika, to be frank with you. I mean, they saw what they had
Yeah.
with Venus and they want to, keep building on that. They were like, this is gold. She was a phenomenal character in the last season. Let's try to find something similar to that for 47. She's going to cause waves, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Is she going to win? I don't know. Venus most likely would not have won if she made it to the final tribal council.
No,
She
she's
didn't really
gone.
have much win equity. Yeah. Great person. I've met Venus. She's awesome. But in the realm of 46, I don't think that she had the win equity to be able to pull it out in the end. Now, can Anika make adjustments to her gameplay in order to reverse that course? It's quite possible. She
Yeah.
did get to see how Venus was being treated prior to going out.
Right
So,
on.
yeah, that could be possible.
Yeah, exactly. Anika to me has some to herself. Just based on the photo, I think there's going to be some fieriness. I'm excited to see what Anika does in the game. I think some pot stirring potentially could be brewing. I don't know. I just agree with you all on the Venus. I think Anika's going to be there ready to play. Yeah, I can just see it based on her photo. Like, let's do this. Let's get down to it. I think Anika's a great pick. Solid all around. All
So we have 4 left.
Yes, I got to round out my last 2. Oh boy.
Who do we have
boy,
left? Let's review. We have Caroline, right?
Yep.
Who else?
Caroline,
Kyle.
Kyle, Sue,
And
and
Saul.
that's it. So
Yeah.
So Saul, Sue, Kyle, and Caroline. Wow, here we go. All right. So what I'm gonna do?
And I don't think any of them are terrible picks, to be
No.
quite frank with you.
I don't think they are either. I think it's good picks. I think they could do
Yeah.
very well. It just depends on how the challenges go, who loses,
Mhm.
who finds advantages, idols. It's really going to factor into that. But I am going to take Sue off the board. I just think Sue looks fierce. Sue is athletic looking. And I think, we see it sometimes where the older person doesn't do as well, but I think Sue is going to be okay with this cast of people because I think this group is going in wanting to play hard and not just saying, oh, we're just getting rid of this person, easy vote just because they're older than us. I don't think they're thinking that way. They're thinking, who can I align with? Who can I have in my corner that I feel trustworthy with? And I think Sue is going to be able to provide a hearty alliance with somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I thoroughly agree with you. I think the meta game of vote out the old people early has kind of gone by the wayside over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't think the age, because people value loyalty more than that nowadays, which I think is the right gameplay move.
Right.
I think like we might lose a little bit in the beginning because we have you, but if you're loyal to me, I value that more than winning a couple challenges in the beginning.
Yeah. Larissa, what do you think?
I like her arm. She looks like athletic,
Mm-hmm.
Also, I feel that she is also a tiny nugget like me. And yeah, I think she's gonna kick some ass. We
I
saw
hope
that
so.
with Maria. Maria was the oldest person on last season, and she got really, really far. So I think
Yeah.
she'll do well.
No, I
So,
full-heartedly agree with that. Like we're seeing people who are older in the cast making a lot further than in previous seasons. I just think that era of just old people gotta go is gone.
I agree. So now I'm debating between two people, and I can say who those are because that's my last pick, so it's not going to factor into anything. I'm debating between Sol and Kyle, actually.
Okay,
Mm.
that's interesting. It's an interesting dichotomy there.
Yeah, because they seem completely opposite. So that's the issue that I'm dealing with at the moment.
Yeah,
But
Saul looks intense. Kyle looks gregarious. You know,
yes. Ah,
I mean,
this
he's
is
from
so hard.
Sheboygan.
Regardless what I do, I'm going to end up with either 3 from the blue, 3 from the red, because I only have the one Sol representation of Andy from the yellow. So you know what? I don't know if this person's going to win, but I'm just going to take them because I think they're going to be interesting and hopefully funny. Give me Kyle off the board.
Mark it down.
Give me
Big
Kyle off
old
the board.
construction worker Kyle.
Like I said, regardless if Kyle wins or not, I just think you're going to get some fun, funny confessionals, and that's what I look for when I want to root and watch for players. And that's what I'm saying. I just think Kyle is someone that has to get in early, I believe, with people. If Kyle waits too long, I think that could maybe be more difficult on Kyle. But if Kyle's right in right away with people, I think loyal is what I'm getting the vibe of based on the photo.
Yeah, no, I think that I know at the beginning of the podcast we were saying that he's like an older Ian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm looking more at him and I'm thinking about him being like he's a blue collar worker from like Sheboygan, you know, he probably, you know, is very into like maybe hunting and stuff like that. I'm thinking he's more like a young Gabler. Like, and I think that he has a like he's a little fish out of water with everything because everybody is more like corporate jobs or in like whatever. But like, I think that if he can get through it, he's going to be fine. Like, I can see him as being just so likable at the end of the game that if he makes the final trouble, he wins. And he might be able to coast to get there.
I feel he's gonna build a mad ass shelter for everybody. And people are gonna love him for that.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah,
Just
no, I
saying.
think he
Also,
might get
he
voted
looks like
up.
so
Yeah.
tall. He looks like really tall. I will befriend him. Like that was why I befriended Elizabeth because she was taller and she could like piggyback ride me to like grab shit. That's what I thought. We never tried it though. So yeah, I don't know. He's tall. I like him. That's all I can say.
No, that's fair. That's fair. He's tall. That's very true.
You have to have a rivalry.
Wait. Hey, Jan, listen, Linda. For a tiny nugget like me, it is extremely important to befriend people that can reach places that I
Definitely.
can't.
Definitely.
Right?
The top
So,
shelf.
yes. You don't know what it is to be in a class and that you have to carry a stool because they don't want to like refix the equipment for your height. So
That's messed
yeah,
up.
it's
My heart
fucked
goes out
up,
to you.
man. It was
And
so fucked up.
all the short people of the world, I pour my heart out towards you.
We love you, Tiny Nuggets.
Your side. I'm tiny too. Larissa knows we.
Yeah. Lauren is also tiny.
Yeah, we're also the same.
We're the tiny people. Yeah, no, I think that him being like so different from the rest can work at his advantage because the other people are gonna concentrate on taking each other out. If they're gonna start doing that, and he's like, he will be like no threat to them, and he's gonna build a great shelter. So, yeah, good pick.
You have it.
He's gonna be like the Alakyle or something like that. He's gonna be able to hover down and then pounce on people. I think people are gonna underestimate him.
Okay, Larissa, your last pick, and what are you leaving Adrian with?
So I never thought of the colors of the tribe, so I don't even know if I have like a bunch of the same color. Because as you saw, I went by eyebrows and dimples. Um, but I do have 3 women and 2 guys. So at least I need to have that balance. So I'm gonna take Soul out and add him
Mhm.
There you
just
go.
because I need a guy. And in this picture, he has like his cap backwards and it's colorful. I don't
Yeah,
know. Let me
people
see
with the
the
cap
picture.
backwards are just very trustworthy people. That's
Yeah,
just
I
that's
mean,
how science works.
yes. Lauren is our shortstop, and
Yeah.
she's great at it. Come on.
Oh,
Uh,
on the rundown with the kickball. There we go.
no, I like Saul. Actually, Saul reminds me very much of a couple of my like really really close friends. I would have loved to have picked him.
I'm sorry,
The way my
man.
team was working out, I wanted to round it out, and he was just a byproduct of not fitting in with the team that I was already picking. So
But look,
Right,
you
I'm
get
interested.
Caroline.
I,
Yeah,
I,
she has a great dress.
Adrian was going for the 3 T's and the 3 S's, though. That's where
that's the
Adrian
reason
was
that
going.
the others picked him. She didn't want me
Yeah,
to
I
have
know,
T's and the
right?
S's.
Oh my god, I didn't even thought of that. I'm sorry.
You just
I
wanted to screw me out of an S.
I just fuck you over. And you know what? That's why Caroline is gonna win, and you're gonna get my $20. That's what's gonna happen.
Totally. It's exactly what's going to happen. Any other thoughts on Saul before we start talking about Caroline?
I'm just interested to see how he does. He's another wild card where I'm just unsure of
Yeah.
how it's going to go for him. But again, I think anyone can do well. So we never know what he's able to pull out. I also, it's so hard when you draft too, because I don't watch the preseason videos. I don't do all of that. I literally just go based on the cast, what I see, because I just don't want to feel biased going in or feel one way or the other. I just want to go with the vibes. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't know really anything about him where I can say his video was great. I love the vibe from the video. I'm just going off photos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think any given Sunday, I think that he's got a shot to win it. I don't see anything glaringly not good about him, and he's in sales. So that means that he has ability to relate to people most likely and be able to connect because that's what a salesperson's job technically should be.
Right.
Yeah. Which I like salespeople a heck of a lot more than I like consultants in this game. That's just my take. Having said that, I have Caroline. I'm actually not surprised that Caroline fell down this far to me. I'm sure she's a wonderful person. I'm sure we're going to see a lot from her on the show. I'm just not very happy with consultants. I feel like consultants are know-it-alls typically. They come in and they are brought in for their expertise, and they are not used to being questioned on that expertise. And that's their day-to-day life. So when you have to go into a situation where you're on a tribe and you have to work with people and you have to use almost your social game in order to be able to step back or step forward into the spotlight or step back behind the spotlight in order to make your position in the tribe work, I just don't think a consultant has that innate ability to do so. Not to say that Caroline will not be able to.
My thing with Caroline, I'm just looking at the tribe. I just don't know if that's the tribe that's best for her, who she's going to necessarily vibe with really well. And I just wasn't feeling it. And I'm vibe based, and it just, like you said, she could be a very lovely person. We don't know. I have not listened to any of her interviews. I've not heard her even speak before. So I have absolutely no clue. And this is where we're going to be completely wrong. Cue episode number 1. Caroline is the star of episode number 1. It's just what's going to happen. The only time we have ever gotten it right was Jelinski, when Jelinski was last pick last season, but I feel as though Jelinski was as obvious as it could be for the first boot.
Yeah, another thing that I'm noticing in the early or the new era is that we're seeing a lot of these like Caroline is like an average normal person, and we see a lot of that and go in the pre-merge in the new era. Like I can think of a couple of examples. Both Sarahs, I think it was like what 44 and 41.
41. Yep.
Yeah, they were both pre-merge boots. It's just the meta of the game right now is that these types of people end up going out early.
Fuera.
But she could change it up, and that's the great thing about Survivor is that the meta is always changing. I think it was Jeff that was talking. I just saw a video on it on like TikTok recently. That the great thing about Survivor, and I totally agree with this, is that every season of the game changes the strategy for the next season, and that could very well be happening. We might be looking at a Caroline win.
Right, exactly. We just don't know, and that's why I think it's so fascinating to watch. And the other thing that you have to consider, we see people recover all the time. They have terrible starts. David Wright, for example, terrible start on his season, and then he's the focal point. You just have no idea how someone's going to adapt being out there.
Yeah, I mean, look at Emily from 45. Phenomenal example. Yeah, no, she was, her first episode was atrocious. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And she was able to be able to completely change the course of her game by making adjustments to her personality and how she related to people. And maybe Caroline has that ability, or maybe she's not the type of person to make those mistakes in the beginning. We don't know.
Exactly.
We'll
so you have anything else you're thinking?
Yes, I want to announce that I don't have any consultants on my team. So I managed to get 0 consultants. We'll see how that goes.
I love it.
That means you're going to win. Consultants. I
love how you just chime right in with that. I think it's brilliant. I think it's perfect. And once again, anything that we do say on the podcast is nothing against you as people. We don't know you as people. All we're basing on is what the bio is, what the cast photo is. And we wish everyone the absolute best on the show. Have an absolute ball. I'm sure you did, no matter how you finished. And we are rooting for everybody.
And the other thing that I'll say too.
What'd you say, Lisa?
Don't hate me, guys. Like, we're family, right? And if I said something, it's out of love.
Absolutely. And thing that I'll press, we're going into a new season of Survivor. Just remember that these are people with real lives, etc. Treat people with kindness on the internet. It's very important.
Yes.
Like these people are real people with real emotions. They're not just characters on a television show. Treat them with respect. Try to be nice and be kind.
We read everything, and believe it or not, your comments can affect people. So just be nice. Just that. We already have a lot of toxicity in the world. To add more toxicity to a show.
Mm-hmm.
So let's be respectful.
Yeah, these are real people with real relationships, real jobs, real families. Just be kind. We're all having fun.
You know what? A lot of these people end up being friends after the show, right? There's the reality that some people don't get along for real, but a lot of these people do get like real honest relationships with each other after the show, right? So let's just be cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's start a trend. 47 is going to be the season of kindness.
There you go. Honestly, too, I'm just excited to see everyone play. And needless to say, when we do say all this, we want you to play hard, and we hope that you did. And I think this caliber of cast absolutely is going to deliver. So I'm excited about that. Lirsa, always a pleasure to have you on the draft.
Thank you.
Each and every time. You're great.
I love doing this. That's why I keep coming.
Well, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it.
You will see me on Sunday, Lirsa. But yes, Adrian, any last minute thoughts before we wrap this up?
I'm super stoked for this cast. I think depending on how everything rolls out, I think that every person here has an opportunity to win. There's definitely some seasons where you're like, I'd really give them like a snowball's chance in hell. But I feel like with this cast, depending on how the relationships boil down and how that plays out, I think anybody can take this game, and I'm really excited for it.
Right on. Lirsa, anything you would like to plug?
Not this time. I just got back from like a 2 week vacation and my brain is mush, and I haven't done anything that it's worth sharing except listen to my podcast on Mondays, horror movies and crime shows, Heavy Leather Horror Podcast Show. We are on every single streaming service, like radio stuff like that, Spotify, iTunes, and all of that. And you can listen to my beautiful accent every single Monday.
Be sure to
Love
check
it.
that out, folks. It's right there. Good content. All
So,
right, well,
just real quick before we leave, can you just go over real quick who the teams are again?
oh, yes. I mean, of course.
I mean,
I'm gonna
what we
forget.
pick- I have it
written
here.
down. I will not lose it. I have the teams written down. Adrian. Oh, Lear's also written down. Perfect. Adrian, you have the 3 TTTs. Teeny, TK, Tiana. Then Sam, Sierra, and Carolyn.
Okay.
Lyrsa, you have John, Kashan, Rachel, Genevieve, Anika, and Sol. And I have Rome, Aisha, Andy, Gabe, Sue, and Kyle. That rounds up the teams. I will keep this here. We will do a mid-season draft check-in. And then after the season concludes, we will be back with our thoughts and our $20 donations to whoever who wins the draft. Bum, bum,
And
bum, bum,
donations.
bum.
So what else do we have going on for the rest of next couple days on
Yeah.
reality?
So Reality After Show will be hitting the ground running with tons and tons of content. We've been having almost daily content of the Anonymous popping up with those cast interviews. But tomorrow you'll be seeing the premiere of Survivor. There will be, I don't know who's doing it yet, but people will be there doing. Why is my brain not working right now?
It's past 9
I
o'clock.
don't know, man.
Working it out. I'm here. I got it. They'll be doing the recap. I got it, folks. Don't worry. We can always all recover here. They have the recap after the Survivor 47 premiere. There will also be the challenge season 40 content. They always run Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Typically
Is
is when
that
they
out?
live stream. Yes, the challenge season 40 is out.
I was away in the other side of the planet. I miss a lot.
You did miss it. I also believe it started before you did leave. So I'm just putting that out there as well. But yes, we have Survivor content. We have the challenge. We have Big Brother. We have the Anonymous. Adrian and I will be back on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time to go over episode number 6 of the Anonymous. Check that out. Also be sure to check out the individual cast interviews. They have been coming on. We've basically had almost everyone from the cast now. Super interesting, super intriguing. They literally spill all the tea. They're short little clips too. It's about 15 minutes a piece. So it's an easy, quick listen. So be sure to check those out. And with that, make sure subscribe, the Reality After Show. And Adrian, what else do I have?
I think you hit it everything. Check us out on Instagram. Follow us there on at Reality After Show. Drop us a like, drop us a subscribe, and you can get more content like this for not only Survivor but also the challenge and other reality shows. We are your one-stop shop for the Anonymous, where we are getting the only podcast that is getting exclusive interviews with the cast. So please listen, talk, drop a like. And maybe we'll ask a couple questions that you want to ask the contestants, players. I don't know.
There you go. Well, with that being said, I'm Lauren. That's Adrian. Lyrsa, thank you once again. Hoping for a great season. Ciao. Take care,
Cheerio.
everyone.
Love it.
Bye, guys.